Wow, I look like shit. Oh well, stuff. I'm probably gonna remake this video like better with editing and properly on my Solely Nerdified channel, but I'm just gonna record this here because I've been doing that lately because I still can't find a video editor to edit my videos. Anyway, so I just watched Jenna Marbles' video on what to do with your degree kind of thing. If you still can't get a job in the field that you got your degree in. And I think there's a reason why this keeps on happening, why everyone's always getting all these degrees and going to school for these like super long times, and then they don't even get a job in the field that they studied in. And I think I know why. Because you feel pressured into going to post-secondary school, but you don't know what to do yet, so you like waste all this time, get a degree in a random course that you think you'll be good at, and then you can't do jack shit with it because sorry you like history, but you don't need people don't want people with bachelor's degree in history because we're getting enough teachers because that's what everyone does. They get their degree in English or history or art or some shit, but because you don't know what you want to be. Take time off, figure it out. As long as you go back to school eventually, within 3-4 years, because after that it's like super fucking hard to get back to going to school. Then you might actually get a degree that you might actually use those 1, 2, 3 years to kind of figure out what you want to do with your life and get life experience. I took slash am still taking, going back to September, 2 years off, and had I not, I would have gotten a bachelor's degree in ancient history, which would have gotten me nowhere. But now I'm getting my diploma in animation, which is a huge and in-demand business because I was like, I gotta go to university because my folks went to university and only schmucks go to college according to my folks. My parents are pressuring me, university, university, university. I suck at math and science, but I'm really good at history. Let's go there. And I would have just not done well. But I took time off, and now I'm going to animation, which is like huge in demand business, and even if you don't get a job in animation, you can get a job as an illustrator or cartoonist or whatever else. There's like huge opportunities and jobs and stuff in your field, and it takes like a ton of animators to make one show. So I'm much better off with getting my education in getting an animation degree than getting a ancient history degree. So yeah, that's why so many people have jobs in fields that won't pay, that they can't get jobs, or have degrees in fields where they can't get a job because you got a stupid degree. I'm sorry, but a degree in philosophy ain't gonna get you shit. A degree in English, in literature, liberal arts, history, I'm sorry, ain't gonna get you shit unless you're like gonna go pursue something after that. Like you're going into history, going like archaeology or some shit, and my hair looks like shit because I'm wearing it curled and blah blah blah. Or if you're like going into English, sorry, English you can't get unless you're planning on being like a high school teacher or an elementary school teacher. And don't get the stupid master's degree or doctorate in shit that isn't like science or math. Well, not even math doesn't even get you much places, but unless you're going into science or you're going into like to be an actual fucking doctor, then just stick with the bachelor's degree. You're not going to get anywhere higher. Maybe if you really want to be a professor at a university, you could get the master's, but don't get a doctorate in philosophy. That is going to get you nowhere, even though PhD does stand for doctorate of philosophy or philosophy doctorate or whatever the fuck. But don't get a PhD in like art. I'm a doctor in art. I have no job, and I wasted all my life and my money. I wasted like 5 or 6 years of my life, and I have nothing to show for it but this little piece of paper. And way too much knowledge about analyzing books over and over again. Seriously, I write my own shit. I write some stuff that people say is inspiring as far as my poetry goes, because seriously, at 1 a.m. after not sleeping for 2 days, you come up with some fucking inspiring shit. Anyways, I don't want people to be analyzing that. I want someone to read that first initial reaction to say, huh, my outlook on life has changed by a slight degree. Interesting. Moving on with my life. I don't want someone to sit there and say, she used the color blue, and that must mean that it's a sad poem. Like, don't analyze it. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's a form of entertainment. It's not meant for study. Unless, well, there's some shit that's meant for study, but really, you shouldn't have to analyze anything beyond a high school level because no author has intended anything to be analyzed beyond a high school level. Once you get into the university levels where everyone's sitting around analyzing a fucking poem for 5 hours, like, it's a poem. Read it, feel good about yourself, feel bad about yourself, feel something, and move on with your life. Get a degree. Before you get a degree, look at what jobs you can get and how in demand those jobs are. Don't get a degree because you like a subject. Get a degree because it can get you a job. That's the whole point of post-secondary education, is so that you can get a job that isn't fast food or retail. That is really the only point. So if you get a degree in something that has no real world application, then you just wasted your time and money, really.